Got it.
Got it? Okay.
What I said, that's what I clicked.
Okay. And I think we're live. It says we're live.
There we go. I got mine.
I got mine too.
Oh, I need to mute it.
It seems like we're live. Okay, good. And so, no, that's wrong. That's wrong. So just double checking to see if I can see anything on my device. So, oh, here we are. And there's one watching. It's probably me.
Oh, no, I think it might be me again. This is the same thing we did last week.
Yeah, that doesn't matter. The kids like it when we do this. So here we are. Okay, cool. I need something to put this up on so my head isn't cut off. Up on this nice copy of Matus Persone. Yeah,
Gotta have a nice basement background.
Yeah. Hold on. This is
The
really
basement.
And
with two
talk
S's.
amongst yourselves.
6 bass guitars.
Oh, and that it extends further.
Put on this.
Yes.
We were.
No,
Wait.
we're not running that.
Oh, okay.
Wrong
I was
book.
like,
There you go. Yeah, my daughter christened this from the basement, even though it's upstairs. Even though it's upstairs. We have these great shoes that she decorated for me after I
We saw that.
We saw
yeah, I
that.
spilled
That looks awesome.
bleach on. I spilled bleach on these. I was so mad because it looked. That's the pattern. And then I said, "You could decorate these for me, would you?" And so that's what she did. I'm like, "Holy
That's
crap!"
awesome.
It's in the family, man.
I know,
That is
yeah.
awesome. Yes.
Yeah. Well, listen. She went to UConn for 5 years, double art and psychology major. And so people are asking, like, how much? I'm like, honey, you could earn a living doing which is we're paying for. The college
Awesome.
loan, like we're paying the college loans now. Anyhow, so session 2 of Quantum Black, and so I sent you guys some notes, so we're like kind of on the same page, and so we didn't forget anything from last session. So, you guys have taken, you were at this Jenkins Industries, you've taken this kind of dodecahedron type device out of this large CNC machine that was used to be pretty heavy and have substantial inertial mass, but now once you cut all these cables, it's pretty light. You did? Okay, well, there was this thing that kind of materialized after you did that, which was bad.
yeah.
And there were regrettable deaths that happened. But when you spoke to Peter, which is Jack City Ranch's contact, guy, like tech guy, which is actually in the hotel right now. Peter said that the factory, he found the factory as in a ley line, which runs north-south. To get away from the ley line entirely, you'd have to drive either east or west about a mile, maybe a mile and a half. That's his estimate. If you drive too far west, you're going to hit the river. So he said maybe east is a better idea. Sam had activated total defense for the scene once this horrific creature materialized. That's still active because we're going to call this the same scene. I'll be nice. However, the good thing is now that you guys are not near this horrific entity, you're not going to take the penalties that you were taking from being horrified. I am magnanimous. I really am. And in either, because right now, Sam Malone is hanging on the back of the van, or the ladder on the back of the van, and it's being driven at a high rate of speed by Eric Wayne, the Jack City Ranch, in the passenger seat, with the device somewhere in this van. And you passed a couple of sedans that you recognize were driven by the fellows from Dowd Industries. And so somehow, maybe because of all the alarms that went off, after you taken this device out, they're heading back and literally just past you. And now you can see them in the rearview mirrors doing U-turns. It's about 5 p.m. I did mention that, let's see, Peter wasn't able to find out anything about the symbols that were on the machine, but he said he'd have these spooks look for them. The Dowd Industries, he was able to find out, has done installations at least 2 other places, one in what he called Czechoslovakia, which we know is the Czech Republic and the Slovak Republic, or one or the other, and Brazil. Couldn't find anything else out about that, but you told him to go look some more, and also to see where Dowd Industries is. And literally, as you're in peril, your phone pings back and says, "Oh, Wyoming." That's where Dowd Industries is. And let's see, and you talked to Horn, and Horn was the one I think that told you to get rid of the or take the device just out of the. Anyhow, that's it.
And when we're going east, we're headed into the city, or what? I mean, it's the city east of right?
Well,
Because west hits the river, but what does
West eventually hits the river about like mile.
Right.
Let's see. You know, your hotel is really kind of northeast.
Right.
So, is it still on the ley line? I don't know. But east itself, eventually you're going to hit like more populated area, but it looks like you're going to go through a bit of a rural area first. You're not sure. I mean, like it's not a way you've really gone. You can look and see GPS.
Right. Right.
Are you punching up GPS? Are you slowing down to punch up GPS?
I'm telling Jack to do it, right?
Yeah.
Jack
Would be punching in the GPS.
Okay.
All I know is we're driving east.
All right.
So wherever the road takes us, right? We're just trying to figure it out. We need to go. This is their houses, their farms, the city, where we headed.
Bam. And Sam,
Mhm.
you hear the crack of a pistol,
Yeah.
and you know if you kind of hear this zing, as this bullet may be breaking the sound barrier, goes kind of past your head, doesn't hit the van.
All right. So my goal is, I don't want it to slow down, right? Because we're disadvantaged. So I'm going to try to do a modified TJ hooker here. I'm going to try and climb to the top of the van so I can lie prone on it.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
All right. So I need an athletics check for that because that's
What could
difficult.
possibly go wrong?
If you've got,
Well, I can fall off.
all right.
Yeah.
And can I help that with my acrobatics?
You can, as long as your acrobatics is over
Four.
four or over.
And
Then
it
you can
is.
add 2 more dice. I'm going to say this is to successfully climb up there
Mhm.
and get on top of the van. No
Yeah.
problems. That's like a 4. It's really hard.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and use a point of style. Why not?
Okay.
Bump up to 9 dice.
So he jumps over the thing, holding on with one hand to the stair to the
6 successes
Whoa.
on 9 dice.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. So you're able to really kind of, catapult yourself there. And you guys hear that boom on top of the van. You're not quite sure
And
what
I'm
that
like
is.
holding on. My goal is to be looking back, right?
Right.
Holding on to the van.
You get a point of style back for that. That's pretty impressive.
the hell is that, Jack? Is the monster on top of the van? Go check.
So I'm going to say at this point, if you're trying to lose these guys, this is going to be an extended task. So this is going to be something where you're going to need 10 successes to completely lose them.
Oh my God.
And they are, I think it's a difficulty of 2, but if they're beating you, then they're going to take your successes away. So see how well you can.
This is going to be awful.
And my plan is to try and shoot at their tires with my 45.
Okay.
Okay.
And is there a monster on the roof? Jack City Ranch?
I don't know. I just hear noise.
No. I thought Eric was screaming at you.
Oh, he can scream all he wants.
We're used to that.
I have one eye. If I'm going to put my head out the window, like it needs to be on the right side. Otherwise, I make myself a real big target.
That's right. It's one-eyed Jack City Ranch.
All right. Okie dokie. I think maybe you should.
What I will do is I will shave in a haircut, knock on the roof.
Awesome.
To see if Sam, hopefully Sam knows what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, you go. And Jose answers, blam, blam.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, it's Sam.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, they'll be hearing me shooting from the roof, and the monster didn't have a gun. Right?
Yeah. You know how I do love my shaving a haircut.
Yeah, at this point, I think we should probably go just roll another initiative set of initiative because we're in a different spot.
Initiative?
Yeah,
Okay.
just to give us an
Yeah,
idea of where we're at.
Do I roll for the car? Right.
Well, you're gonna roll your drive skill.
Right, but do I roll initiative for the car or?
No, it's just
No,
your
that's
initiative,
fine.
really. You know.
Cool. Okay. 7 dice. Initiative. Here we go.
I really need to take more sun because I guess the wall I can't see my hand.
You've got. Oh dear. All right. So let's see. So Erica is on a 5.
Yes.
Jack City Ranch is on a 4. Sam?
3.
Wow, man, what happened to your dice, man?
Hey, he saves him for the shooting.
I only have 5 dice in initiative, right?
Right. Okay.
I'm the low intelligence guy here.
All right. And oh dear.
Oh dear.
They actually go
Too high.
to 5 as
Too fast.
well. They're going on 5 as well. So roll very, very well. However, let's see. What's the dexterity? What is your dexterity, Mr. Wayne?
It is 3.
Oh, unfortunately, we're still at an impasse.
Mhm.
So it'll be simultaneous. What could possibly go wrong?
Sure.
We could die.
Okay.
You
So
know,
you're
you're asking these easy questions.
right. So the car at this point, you've gone like from the warehouse itself into kind of like a rural area. You can see you're passing like farms, and like the road isn't flat. It's going up and down and through curves. And so, unless you're gonna do anything else, I'd like you to make your first drive check, Mr. Wayne.
Okay, I go to Jack. Are you getting signal on that GPS? Which way do we go?
Am
Well,
I
guess
getting signal?
Yeah, you got signal.
Okay, so I am getting directions.
Can
Yeah,
I
I'm
get
like, yeah,
can I get some help from the directions?
Yeah, would that be?
Can you get help in the directions right now? Not yet.
Okay.
It's rural. They're kind of coming in and out, but yeah, I mean, as far as here we go.
Turn here.
Hang on. 2.
That is a 2, so that is nothing, unfortunately.
Oh,
But let's see their driving checks here. Forgive me, I lost his driving skill for a second. Oh, okay, cool. Vehicle. Oh, okay, that was next vehicle. All right, cool. So one vehicle is gaining on you. The other one is like clearly having problems in the turns. But one vehicle is getting closer. And at this point, like, Sam, you can see the faces of these individuals. And one of them is still pointing out the window and is shooting at you, at the car, at you. And so let's see. I love rolling many dice. Oh, geez. Okay, so that is, he shot at you for 4. I forget what your defense is, Mr. City Ranch.
My defense.
Wait, no,
Mr.
Sam.
Malone. Mr. Malone.
Okay.
Mr.
Oh,
Malone.
okay.
I was like, wow, that's a hell of a shot.
They're big bullets.
So that's defense, big bullets. So defense is 9 dice. And you said it's shooting me for 5?
It's just 4.
4. All right. And my defense is 1, 2, 3, 4 exactly.
Okay. Excellent. So it doesn't hit you. Kind of zings right past the van.
All right.
All right, and now that would be Mr. City Ranch. What are you doing? You can hear shots being fired.
Does our van have a window in the back?
No,
Okay.
there's a kind of a blacked out window, like it's a window, but it's been painted over.
Oh. Which side has it been painted over from? Just out of curiosity. So from the
opaque.
inside?
It's opaque either way, you know.
Well, but where the paint is at matters. Because I can scratch at it if it's on the inside.
No, it's on the outside.
Okay. I'll yell up to, so I'll pull my pistol out.
This game is brought to you by Diet Coke.
And I'll say, hey, Eric, hold it steady. I'm gonna go back and make a peephole.
I'll try.
You're taking your seatbelt off.
Yes, I'm taking my seatbelt off.
I like this.
Yeah, taking my
I like
seatbelt
this.
off. I'm, stagger walking, just based on how exciting this chase is.
Mhm.
And I am going to kind of aim in a downward angle, but at putting the muzzle right up close to the glass, and I'm gonna pop off around.
Okay, window shatters.
Okay.
Fan, as you're clanging on for dear life, shooting, being shot at, the window next to you just explodes.
Wait, I thought he was up on the roof.
He's on the roof.
Oh,
right?
I was on
So
the roof.
this is
That's right. You're on the roof. You're on the roof. I'm sorry. That's right. Even better. Well, okay, then the window, you're still hanging on for dear life. The bullets are still going past you. The window beneath you explodes. Boom! It's a shock either way.
That glass is going the wrong way.
Yeah. Okay.
That's right.
It is your turn, Sam.
All right. So I'm gonna try and shoot at the tires. These are back wheel drives, right? So I'm gonna try and shoot one of the rear tires of the closest car. So
Okay, that's a called shot. That's pretty tough.
You tell me the penalty.
Yeah,
I'll roll
okay.
the dice.
I'm gonna call that. Let's see. To hit the tire, I'm gonna say, God, the back tire. That might be a -8. It's like, at that point, that's pretty tough. Let me just double check and make sure I'm not being too horrific.
No, you say, yeah. You just tell me, man. I wrote.
Yeah,
it down.
I think that's it. I think we're gonna call that like an 8.
Out of character, is there a significant advantage to shooting the rear tire versus the front tire?
If
I don't-
it's
I have no
rear-wheel
idea.
drive, that's where the traction's at. That's where they get their traction. So if it busts, like there's a good chance it'll veer
Oh,
more because it'll lose traction on one side,
yeah,
and the
yeah.
other one will peel and it'll do.
Oh,
one of
that
these.
makes perfect sense.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's this moment reminded me of the gunnery sergeant in Twilight 2000 and the bilge pumps on the ship. And I was like, how the hell do you know that? To get to the bilge pumps? I don't know. I've never seen a bilge pump, but I know that's where we're gonna go.
All righty. So go right ahead.
All right. So on 4 dice.
On 4 dice. Wow. Okay.
3 successes.
Nice.
4 dice on 3 successes on 4 dice.
Yeah. Just
Okay, what do we
one.
call?
Because
Yeah,
of
what
the
do we
-8 penalty.
Right. I was thinking, what do we call the defense? Or is that really?
Would a tire have a defense?
No,
Oh,
I'm
the
just looking.
car or
It
something.
should be
Okay.
at least a 2. Right?
Yeah, let me just double check here.
Could be more, could be a 4. I don't know, but
Well, yeah. Now, if you want any success is called shit. Penalty on your attack rating. Hold on for 1 second.
Defense. How difficult it is to hit and damage the car. Mid-size sedan. Defense
a call
6.
shot is
Jesus.
a very soft.
Yeah, call
so
shot
it's
is.
a DM. It's a DM choice.
Yeah. Okay. No, but 3 successes. Yeah, you blow the back tire out of that vehicle.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Like,
And so it's
remember
starting
the
to
barbecue we
slur.
had before we came here. Ooh,
It's starting to swerve. So this guy is going to have a serious penalty on his driving from now on.
perfect.
Okay. Next round. The GPS is starting to give you like good information on like where you need to go. So I'm going to give you a +2 on your drive roll in terms of trying to get some distance between you and these guys. It is still kind of rolling farmland.
Cool.
Now, as you're looking at the GPS that he's left you there, you can see there's a curve you need to take, you know, where the road goes around and kind of eventually goes right. Now you're going past a farm, and you can see on this GPS, you know, sometimes like the GPS will show you parking lots or all these kind of things. Or like if you're in a medical building, it'll show you all the whole little thing of thinking where the, you know, go here and there. You could go through the farm and get to this other road. They could technically buy you some time.
So
Is it a cornfield?
No, it's not a cornfield, but I mean, just looking at, you can look at it, and you know the topography here is kind of bumpy. You know, so it's
a
possible.
point of information? Neither us nor our pursuers are on off-road vehicles.
That's right.
I know.
No, I'm
I
not
know
gonna.
you know. I'm just,
I'm not gonna risk it. I think it's too risky, and I know that Sam is on the roof, so I think it's way too dangerous. So no, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna risk it. I'm just gonna try and make the curve and try to accelerate.
Okay, well, you've got 2 extra dice to roll on your drive.
Oh
geez.
no!
Still just 2.
Still with the 2.
Oh, still just 2, but you know it's possible that things are different. Like, let's go with your first pursuer, who is definitely taking a penalty on his driving here. Okay, so you're pulling away from this guy, or you know,
Yes.
definitely pulling away from this guy. Second pursuer. Oh, okay. Second pursuer, it's the weirdest thing. Like, so Sam, you can see that the cars you've hit is definitely having a problem. It's like going off the road a little bit and coming back, you know, and it's got problem. The other car, you pass this farm, which would be on your left. If you were driving the car, it'd be on your right. And this other car just like does this hard left, you know, into looks like this farm. Okay. Now it is, whose turn is it? There's nobody firing at you right now because you know, one vehicle is no longer behind you and the other vehicle is having a lot of problems. In fact, there is kind of like a shot Sam can hear, but like the bullet, you know, might have hit one of the barns as you're going. Okay, City Ranch. You can also say this.
Okay, I was just gonna say, first thing I'm gonna do is shout out to Eric. Hey, they're taking the shortcut. We might want to redirect.
Okay.
Gotcha.
I also need you to make an athletics check, Mr. City Ranch.
Damn it.
And what you're trying to do is not get hit by this rolling dodecahedron.
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
All right. Touching it would probably be bad.
I don't know. You've touched it before.
That's true.
Okay, good. You managed to not get hit by it.
Yes.
And there's this thunk as it hits the back door and then bounces off the back door.
Oh.
And as it bounces off the back door, you can see that like a bunch of these purple and orange lights on the thing that were kind of dim kind of start to brighten up a little bit. And anyhow, who's next? Sam, what do you do?
well,
Oh, I don't get a shoot?
Oh, no, you can shoot. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I want to take
The other
I'm gonna
tire.
take aim at the engine block.
Okay.
With no, I'm not. I'm rocking a Beretta. I am not taking a shot at the engine block. I'm going to take a shot at the windshield and but I'm going to try and get a couple shots off. The goal is to pepper the windshield, spider it all over.
I got you.
in front of the driver. That's the goal. But I mean, I'm gonna pepper it anyway I can pepper it.
I got you. Okay. Go ahead.
One, two, three, four. Four.
4 successes. Let's see. Okay, your A will definitely, you can see the spider web appear on the windshield.
Okay.
Of this vehicle, which is still, it's kind of like careening a little bit out of control, what have you. And now, Sam.
All right. So since the window's broken, our window,
All right.
is it like a largish window or is it a tiny window?
Sam would not fit through it.
Okay, so then all right.
He might, but he might end up like
acrobatics.
he might end up like Winnie the Pooh, like waiting to like get skinny, you know.
All right. So
It's-
then I'm gonna have to shoot. I mean, I try to do things that aren't violent, but you people just drive me to it. All right. So I'm gonna try and shoot at the, I guess, the closest of the two, right? Because I don't want to get as picky as I got last time.
Yeah, I mean, you can't see the second car that's going through the going into the farm. I suppose you could maybe take a parting shot at them,
No,
but the one's much closer is the one that's careening out of control. It looks pretty bad off.
okay. So my pistol has a range of 50. So just to quickly calculate the penalty, short range is up to 50. This is feet, right?
I believe so.
Medium range is up to 100 feet. Long is, up to 200. Is he?
I'm gonna say at this point, because of the damage you've done to that vehicle, we're looking at long range.
Long range?
Yeah.
We're beyond 200 feet. Okay, so it's -4.
Okay.
So I'm also gonna blast at the windshield where the driver is.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow our good friend City Ram example. Okay, so I got 4 successes.
4 successes. Okay. The windshield kind of caves right in, and it turns a little red. And the car really just slams, like goes right off the side of the road.
Nice.
Okay. Back to Mr. Wayne.
Tell Sam to hang on.
Now,
Right.
are you going to
Bang, bang.
take that right on the road where it's possible that these guys could cut you off, or are you going to look for another route?
I'm going to try to look for another route if there's somewhere else I can go, right? If I can, sort of glancing at the GPS, if I can sort of get an idea of where they're planning to cut me off, see if I can veer in a different direction.
Okay, I mean, like you're going fast, you're looking down. It's possible that you could. There's this other road on the left. I mean, once the thing turns a little bit, so not 100% sure, but it looks like there could be something there. It would take, and now like as you're going across farther, it would just be an amazing turn, like really sharp, like
Okay.
extremely sharp left-hand turn. But you could potentially do that.
Hold on, Sam.
Hold on, Sam. Let's try it.
Okay.
Like really
how,
tight.
how many dice am I rolling? 6 again? Or
Yeah, you can roll your drive. Yeah.
okay, so what I'm gonna do, because Sam is on the roof, is I'm gonna blow 2
Okay.
style points. And we'll roll 8 dice.
Okay.
And
Nice.
should I take the average is the question.
Hold on tight.
Or just roll them. Nah, it's more fun if you roll them.
That's right. Math rocks make it more fun.
Dices are meant to be rolled.
There you go. There you go. It's 5. Yeah.
Okay.
5 successes.
Okay. It's an incredibly sharp turn. Sam, just make an athletics check.
All right.
And the vehicle is, I mean, just, I don't know what this, but as a madman, trying to kill you.
Where did you learn to drive, bud? 1, 2, 5.
Okay. You and the freaking Holy Grail. Freaking holy hand grenade. All right.
It's
Excellent.
total TJ Hooker, but on the roof instead of on the hood.
All right. And this device is like rolling around, bam, bam, on the
God.
walls of the van.
We're gonna break the thing ourselves.
Okay. You don't see at this point, like you haven't seen this other vehicle. Like you're not sure if you maybe have lost them momentarily.
Right.
However, you need to get east. Let's give me another
Yes.
driving check.
Okay.
If I may,
Yes.
I'd like to find a way to secure the thing.
Oh, sure. I mean, we could probably put a seatbelt on or something. or,
Yeah, like
I'm
all.
sure you rig something up.
Do we have seats in the back of this van?
We gotta have like a milk crate or something, right?
Right.
We can fit it.
But
Yeah,
there's,
there's a couple
there's
seats in
all,
the back.
there's all sorts of gear, so that might even be like cargo web or something. Right?
Yeah, oh,
Okay.
you can,
Runs them.
Yeah, so I'm going to grab it and put it in the cargo, like cargo webbing.
okay. There's tingles. It kind of vibrates, tingles. It's really kind of. I mean,
Hmm.
Josh is like almost like, you know, their hands go like into it a little bit. It's really weird.
Oh, okay. But I got it in the net quickly.
Yeah, it's in the net.
Okay, yeah. Ah, this is fun stuff, man. Tried to eat me.
Mr. Wayne.
So here we go. 6 dice. Yes.
Oh,
Yes. Look at that.
that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Damn.
So based on where this other vehicle is, we can say that you guys have actually, you know, over time, you managed to get far enough east. This thing is no longer an issue. You don't seem to have caught them, you know. So unless you have something else you want to do, we can maybe be done with this phase of this mission.
Excellent. Excellent.
They managed to make, as I really wasn't sure what was going to happen here. So you're able to hook up with Peter. You're able to get in contact with Horn, and you're given the go ahead to like get the hell out of there. And they're sending vehicles to meet you to actually take the object. However, you don't get to go home.
Never go home again.
No, you don't get to go home.
Okay.
And you get a call in from Horn after you're actually transferred this device off to these techs or whatever the hell they are. And so, sorry fellas, you got another mission. And it's calling you actually on it's called Zoom, on an encrypted channel. Got another thing for you. It just came up. It's in the what we like to call the mass hysteria type. I have to send you guys to Baltimore.
Yeah.
I could sleep on the flight. We are
What's in
flying-
Baltimore?
A lot of crime in the streets. I don't know if it's safe for us.
Flight. You're not getting a flight. You guys got a van. Wayne requisitioned one. You got a gas card. You need to fly. A short hop, a skip, and a jump from Connecticut.
What's
Anyhow.
in Baltimore, boss?
Well, need you to go down to Maryland, the John Hopkins Hospital, actually, and talk to one of the psychiatrists there. One of the heads of psychiatry, this Dr. Newberry, and he reported to us. We have a few contacts down there, you know, in case we get something really weird. And he's one of the guys that's sort of hip to that. We got a case of we're going to call mass hysteria, but they've got people coming in with some pretty bizarre psychotic symptoms. Do tox screens as the usual. They're full of all kinds of designer drugs, and you know, street drugs, all that sort of thing. They're picking them up at concerts or on the street or all that kind of junk. However, there's also, when they do the tox screen, they have one unknown sample. Not able to identify what it is. Okay, no big deal, right? You know, new designer drugs are being made all the time. When these people are clean, symptoms don't go away.
Symptoms don't go away.
Don't go away.
Huh.
He said there's a couple cases where people seem to like get better. And if I was going to say it's 1, 2, no big deal, there's a bunch of them. And I'll let him explain it to you, but I think you'll understand why we're taking an interest in this. When you get there, if you find anything interesting, give me a call. Could be
Okay.
nothing.
Okay. So anything that we know about this new drug? Is there a name for it?
I don't know. You're gonna have to ask him.
Okay.
They're just calling an unknown sample over there.
Okay.
At least that's all I'm getting from him.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll take care of that then.
All righty. Do you want to do or requisition anything before you head down to Baltimore? You can always get something from one of the quantum headquarters. You guys have little pockets of stuff all over the place. Anything you want to pick up in Jersey?
Last thing I picked up in Jersey.
Needed
Came home with me.
antibiotics.
Yes. I love that we're on the same page.
But Mr. Wayne has more pull than anybody as far as requisitioning anything else.
So did we get an idea of the kind of symptoms they had, or we were told to talk to the psychiatrist?
You're given the psychiatrist's name.
Okay, just the symptoms. The psychiatrist will tell us about the symptoms that the people are having.
Psychiatrist is Dr. Newberry. You almost hit the name of the teacher of psychiatry that we had in med school. So
Michelle Woodbury,
Woodbury, yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
who was actually French.
There's hardly any names in here in this today's episode that are by mistake. They're all inspired by something.
Okay.
If there's nothing you want to requisition,
Yeah, we should quickly look at the equipment chart for non-weapon stuff
Yeah.
that you guys
Yeah.
might think is useful.
Maybe some lab stuff.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Some sort of
Yeah.
kit. Whatchamacallit, breathing gear, maybe it would probably
Ooh.
be
Mhm.
at least surgical masks, right? Or particulate masks.
I would say chem suits
So
would make sense.
field lab is probably too much, right? Because that's big. But definitely gas masks we should.
okay.
Gas masks sounds good.
All right.
That sounds good. That's what we want.
All righty. Able to take a detour into Teaneck, New Jersey, in a very odd little neighborhood, right behind what looks like a delicatessen. And then there's this whole warehouse, little quantum warehouse. You'd never guess was there. And they look at you and say, "You want us to do anything about the window?"
That'd be nice.
Yeah,
If you could.
great.
Yeah. If it doesn't take too long. Yeah.
Yeah, and we can still see out it.
They gotta do better than those guys that you see on TV that they come to your house and
Yeah.
change the glass while you're making a doghouse or something.
Yeah.
Or just
We can
swap
do
the
that.
van, right? Maybe they have another van and just swap it.
No, you could do that too.
Yeah, just so you guys, so part of our standard kit in the van includes specimen collecting tools, latex gloves, but there's
Right.
certainly no respiratory gear. So that
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, say you know the weapons. Tasers. It has one Taser M26 and one Taser MX.
two plus our individual gear. Right? So I have my own gear besides what's in the van. So there's one submachine gun, one carbine, 2 small tasers, 1 animal taser.
Are the tasers like they fire the darts, or are they
Yeah.
handheld stunning devices?
No, they fire darts.
Right.
And one of
right.
those like two regular ones and a big one for taking down like animals.
Oh, cool.
So pretty much the usual stuff you'd bring into the psych ward.
Right.
I'm
Zip
going into
ties.
psych ward with a couple of tasers. That's right. Yeah, maybe we could requisition an additional taser for.
I have an animal taser, so we have a total of 4.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
Cool.
all right. Anything else before we visit the nice hospital?
And we have like a suitcase or something to transport the specimen, right? We have specimen collecting tools. We'll ask for a suitcase, like one of those suitcase with the foam inserts, right?
Yep.
To or the things they used to transport like blood in them, but padded and everything, right? So it's
Oh, this is so cool. They have like 6 kinds of drones.
nice.
They do. They got all kinds of drones. All right.
Awesome.
You want a drone?
No, not Sam.
Okay.
They're cool.
All right. So Eric Wayne has enough pull that you guys are able to get some extra equipment without a problem. Going down to Maryland, you're able to finally, once again, you've been hooked up with a hotel, not lavish, but okay. And Peter's like, wait, you guys want me to come with you? I'll go to the hospital.
Yeah.
Okay. It'll be fun.
Yeah. He's got information.
Yeah. So you're going to I think it's Johns Hopkins. Yeah, Johns Hopkins Hospital in Baltimore.
Yes.
You're not really going to be able to get in with like wearing flak jackets and
gas
So we'll have
masks.
to use our other. There's 2 kinds of vests, right? I
There
have
are.
a concealable armored vest that is less protective. I'll use that under my coat.
There are also metal detectors.
Hmm.
Johns Hopkins Hospital is adjacent to the Middle East Project in Baltimore, and yeah, they don't really like you bringing guns in the hospital. In fact, there's armed guards at the hospital. So your chances of bringing iron into the hospital are pretty much 0.
Okay.
Same thing for tasers, all that sort of thing. You may have to go in unarmed. Anytime you're going through the metal detector and Peter's like, wow, I got this iPad Pro and I have this iPhone 57, the 15, or let's see what else I have here. And he's got I got my hotel key, clinking it down. Little keychain from Disney World, clink. But not too many other things. Are you all good with going in?
Yeah.
All right. Going to the hospital.
I'll bring one of my flashlights.
So the guy looking at it.
It's on my keychain, right?
Yeah.
So,
The guy's looking at it, they're going like, okay. Then puts it through the X-ray machine. It's a flashlight. Those are lithium ion batteries, are they? Tell me they're alkaline batteries. And the guy's looking at you, pleading.
Right. I don't know. I'm thinking a little flashlight, right? One of those little ones, but they have like a really bright beam that you can put on your keychain.
And he's opening up and a couple Energizer,
Right.
AAA batteries come out. He throws it back. Reception is able to direct you to the floor of the psychiatry on it. And so you're taken up to the psych unit, but not in the psych unit. And you're shown to the office of Professor or Dr. Alfred Newberry. Dr. Alfred Newberry is a somewhat portly gentleman. Physician, he's probably, all of 45. But kind of a distinguished looking guy, but not super fat, but just a little portly. He's like, oh yeah, come on in. And he closed the door and said, "Thanks so much for coming down." I talked to a couple guys at Quantum, and this seemed like it's up your alley. And it's really kind of, to be honest, it's a little spooky. So what did they tell you?
Said something about
Mass hysteria.
isolated some sort of drug or compound that seems to induce these mass hysteria symptoms, and they don't seem to resolve after the drug is no longer detectable on the bloodstream or something along those lines.
Yeah, you get the gist of it. I mean, it's a little curious, to be honest with you, but like we've got trickles of these patients in. First, there's like one or two, and it was kind of like an anomaly, sort of a curiosity. What the hell is this? Something for the medical journals. And then we started getting more and more of them in, and very often what would happen is you get some people picked up from like a raid at a fight, and or at a club or some kind of concert, usually where people are taking these sort of things. Looks like designer drugs, all that kind of junk. And then people come in like drunk as hell and stoned and whatever the hell else it is they're taking. You do the usual tox screen, you find the heroin, the cocaine, and everything else. You find the ecstasy, but every single one of them had this other compound. We're finding metabolites for this, so we're not really sure what the hell it is.
Mm-hmm.
And when it's out of their system, they come in just mad as hatters. Excuse a little. That's how we talk there. They come in nuts. All kind of a psychosis, all kind of delusions. Saying the most outlandish crap, usually really violent. But these symptoms don't go away. We got a couple of them where they've abated. A couple of patients have like kind of become more or less catatonic. But we've got a bunch of them that are still just as delusional. And it's the kind of stuff you'd normally think of, decades of meth use, cocaine use, something like that, where you've got that sort of, psychosis, over a long period of time with it. But some of these people are young, like not really a long history of that kind of drug use or for that amount of time. But they've got the craziest delusions.
And is the drug like related to anything that you can compare it to? Like, is it a derivative of LSD or
we have like
MDMA or?
Yeah, it looks like it. It's probably some kind of altered form of MDMA, maybe, but it's got some extra. It doesn't look quite right. That it has some properties where it looks like it could be, not exactly mescaline based, but it's been a long time since I had to do, organic chem, but it's got some properties of that, but it's really odd. I've heard a couple,
Are any of the patients like lucid enough to describe the original pills or compounds that they took? I mean, did they?
Yeah, we've tried to get some stuff out. We've got a couple guys you can talk to that seem to be a little bit more lucid. They're all kind of separated from the general population right now because they are, for the most part, relatively violent. We're not really sure what the hell to do with them. They're going to end up in some of the institutions around here. But we've got, and some of them already are, but we've got some here. But they, the odd thing too is, that makes it more, it's the reason I called, Horn is just, a lot of them have they're perseverating on the same things.
Mm-hmm. And you're saying that they came from all different clubs or just one club?
Well, it seems to really be them. There's some of them seem to have come from the standard usual, nightclub sort of thing. But a lot of these people, it seems to be, coming from like the Baltimore, like the hardcore scene, all the punks and the metalheads and I guess it's a thing now. Supposedly this is like the brand new Seattle, but hardcore.
So what are these guys saying? They say anything that makes sense?
Doesn't make sense, but a lot of them ramble on about the faceless man. Some of them talk about this primal spectrum or what else, what other things. And he's like picking up his notebook and then flipping through stuff. It's like undying sultan, cleansing of the earth, cosmic spawn, the worm that eats but does not kill, faceless man, over and over again. If it was one guy saying that, okay, the typical schizophrenic patient, right?
Yeah.
It's like I've got like 24. saying the same crap.
And are they like, do they have any marks on them? Like, are they injecting this stuff?
What marks
Are
don't they
they-
have? Look at it, it's freaking tattooed up and all sorts. But as far as, what you mean, like marks?
Like needle tracks or
Some of them. Some of them, yeah, I got a
some
couple
of them, but not all of them, right?
not all. Of them. There's nothing
yeah.
where I can look at like a tattoo or needle marks or anything and say,
Right.
yeah, these people all have this thing in common.
Right. Right.
The biggest thing, or the thing that maybe links the majority of them is they were picked up from various punk shows and hardcore shows when they started to exhibit these symptoms and were on this substance.
Hmm.
So these different shows, are they different times as well? Like maybe a specific band,
Or
Tour.
DJ.
DJ, or
Are they following? Yeah, that's a good observation. They might be following a particular band or a particular DJ. They do different performances at different clubs, don't they?
I don't listen to that crap. I'm a country fan.
oh goodness.
But he's looking up, pulls out his phone and is looking at things. Yeah, I mean, if you start Googling stuff, you can find all kinds of crap on this hardcore scene here in Baltimore. He's showing you different things. And
Do you have a log of kind of when and where like the groupings started showing up? Kind of like, oh, there was 5 from this concert this night, there was 12 from this concert another night, or this location another night. Do you guys have that?
I think we got some kind of records. Yeah, I mean,
Okay,
but very often, the EMTs aren't bringing them in and saying, well, they were going to see this band, they just
right,
kind of bring them in.
right. No, absolutely. But we definitely have a guy that could cross-check that against a band touring around. If we had that location information and the time information, we
And-
might be able to coordinate with our guy and see if he can match something up.
Maybe he
Standing
can
like
even-
standing on his tippy toes, you can see his little head. You could see his little head popping up behind you. He's talking about me. I can do that.
Yes, I am talking about him.
Yeah, I mean, if he gets a strong enough pattern, he might be able to predict where it'll happen next.
Yeah, strong enough pattern to predict next, or if we can cross-reference it and get a name band or a band of
Right.
a name of a band, or maybe even a promotion company. Maybe it's a certain promoter that's going around to these different spots.
Well,
Maybe.
that's why we brought you in. You want to talk to any of the patients, or are you good?
I guess we should talk to the ones that are lucid enough to have a conversation. Let's start with those few that you have isolated. See if we can get anything resembling a pattern.
Okay. And he calls, makes a call. And next thing you know, you've got like 4 orderlies that are coming in to escort you and him into this unit that they have, where they've set aside the 3 patients that are still here.
So I'm
And,
gonna give the data. I'm assuming we're giving the data to Peter to
Right, to cross-reference.
cross-reference and all that, and go do his research nerd thing.
okay. And he's happy to sit down in the doctor's office and start poking around and do all that sort of stuff. So, the orderlies bring you and the physician into the office, or into the unit rather. And you've got 3 guys in straitjackets of all things. And they one guy is extremely tattooed, up and down his face. Another guy looks kind of like, an average 24, 26-year-old guy. And then you've got a a middle-aged African-American man, a little bit heavy. And they're all in straitjackets.
Evening, fellas. I hope you're feeling better now.
Never felt better, man. And this is like the 24, 26-year-old clean cut.
Right.
Never better.
Yeah. So, can you tell us what happened? Where were you when they had to bring you into the hospital?
Man, it was righteous show, man. Never better, led better.
Who was
Irish
playing?
setter. Who was playing? Who wasn't playing there, man? Zulu, Doubt, End It. Oh,
Huh.
freaking righteous show, man, where the faceless man's going to come down and cleanse the earth of all the people, all the primates, all the plants, everything on it. Catholic, Buddhist,
Right.
Protestant.
Westboro.
Wow.
They get in Westboro.
Sounds
Yeah.
Sounds like a pretty epic party. Listen, it seems you got some good drugs in that party. Do you remember what you took? Anything new to commemorate the experience, like to enhance the experience?
New?
Yeah.
Well, what didn't I take, man? The uppers, the downers, the ecstasy. It's all about the music. It's all about the cleansing. It's all about the fire. He's got no eyes, man.
Right.
Got no eyes.
Right. So
It's all about the CP, man.
just the usual stuff you took then, right?
The what? What about the what? The C?
It's all about the CP, man.
See,
And this large African American dude, when he says that, it's like, yeah, it's about the CP, man. It's the key. It's the gate. It's the future. They see everything. They know the key and they know the gate. But you don't know the gate. You'll know when they eat the flesh off your bones. And this man in the straitjacket stands up and he's like runs towards Sam as if to headbutt him.
oh, geez.
And a couple orderlies,
Sweep the leg. Sweep the leg.
Like instantly, like, tackle this guy to the ground. And his dice go everywhere. Tackle this guy to the ground. And you can hear like this screaming. You realize all of a sudden this guy's biting one of the orderlies. Son of a bitch. Next thing you know, someone pulls out a club, which he's not supposed to have, and whacks this guy in the head a couple times. Meantime, the guy, it's all tattooed at this point, starts screaming his head off.
So
about the timeless Sultan and about the yellow throne, and but just screaming his head off.
Right. Oh, easy there, fella.
Yeah.
Listen. We just want to get some good drugs like the ones you got, man. Who's your dealer? Same guy as always?
Man, do you want to see what we see? You want to see the man with no face?
Yeah, sounds like a good time.
You gotta go to the shows, man.
Whose shows?
Whoever's playing, man. Zulu. Doubt. Freaking End It, man. You gotta
Right.
go see. You gotta go see Shay. You gotta go see Ricky. You gotta go see them all, man. Akil. Yes. And he starts singing this song about something about fuck you and you don't know nothing and we're gonna take you all down and bitch. And,
What are those lyrics exactly?
Oh, geez.
You want to know the lyrics? Let's see. Hold on.
Oh, I'm just playing.
Oh no. You had to go there, Jim. You had to go there.
Oh,
The
right,
band,
right.
the band is called Tourette's.
Correct.
Tourette's on tour.
All right. Let's see. I feel corrupted and empty inside. My lungs are barely breathing, but my heart is still alive. They try to break us, but we will survive. Their greed will not turn the tide. This one's for workers, gangsters, and bums. From high on the hill to down in the slums. And if you're money funny, nigga, you better run. New age slavery around the corner it comes. New age slavery around the corner it comes. Who gives a fuck about your mission? We'll piss all over your hopes and your traditions. They try to play us as some suckers. You'll think twice when we run up in your house, motherfucker. And it just goes on and on. And I am not making these up. this is an actual song.
Yeah.
No, yeah, because I can make this stuff up. But I just, yeah. And the guy's just chanting this at this point, and one of the other guys starts to join in. And then
Pete, can you make anything out of those names that he gave you?
Oh, fuck off.
Oh, in the meantime, Pete is like, in the other. Pete's still
That's
in the
that
office.
Indus jam.
I think this is the kind of crap my 13-year-old listens to.
Is this Sam saying this?
Yeah.
So, and at that point, by the time these lyrics start to reach crescendo, you've got the one large African American man on the floor, still trying to bite the fellows and being beaten. You've got the other guy screaming his head off, the clean cut guy, and the guy that's full of tattoos does this flip like he's jumping into a crowd, like jumping.
Yeah.
But he manages to clock his head. It sounds like a coconut hitting the floor. And at that point, the fellow with the clean cut fellow just starts rocking back and forth, kind of sort of screeching.
Doctor, I think you're going to need some more orderlies in here.
Yeah, better trained ones, man.
So,
Guy has no arms.
yeah. So as the doctor leads you out, he said, those guys came in 3 weeks ago.
Oh.
We checked their histories. Young kid you were talking to, clean cut kid, works in a bank.
Right.
Works in a bank. Other fellow tattoo, heroin addict. The older, so to speak, African American gentleman works in a factory.
So this is they don't live the usual lifestyle. So,
Right.
Well, heroin. I mean, is a tattoo guy heroin addict? Yeah, I mean, it looks like, but like, kid looks
Sure,
like. I mean, it's his friend said he went to hardcore shows and listened to this music all of his life.
Right. So he is at higher risk, right? But the others are not necessarily at higher risk, and yet they're all exhibiting the same symptoms.
Yeah, and just talking to their friends, talking to their families, they weren't like this. Not 3 weeks ago.
Well, do we know who was playing? They mentioned this festival with a lot of names. Can you pinpoint that, Pete?
Oh yeah, no problem. I can see a lot of times these guys are all going. Most of these people are coming from concerts put on like by Flat Spot Records.
That's a lead.
It looks like they hold a whole bunch of different festivals around here. A whole bunch of those bands, like he mentioned, that all ended down. Jive Bomb, something like that. Zulu, all these crazy bands. There's a whole list of them from the Baltimore area. He was right. Something like a big resurgence of music. They're supposed to be the next big thing. But look at he's pulled up a video on YouTube where you've got a mixed group of people, just mixed demographic, and they're just the crowd and the bands are just going bananas,
Right.
jumping off the stage, whacking each other. There's what looks to be like a mosh pit of some sorts.
Yeah. So, are there any shows in the next few days? Scheduled?
Oh yeah, there goes. Yeah, there's a big one tomorrow. You want to go?
Of
I guess we're
course
gonna have
there
to.
is.
I don't think I want to go.
No, you better stay behind.
It doesn't look
Uh,
safe.
Okay, so out of character question here.
Uh,
My character doesn't have like any mythos history skill.
right.
So do we have any training from Quantum regarding the mythos? Because he said a couple of keywords there that, of course, immediately, keys,
There's words.
gates, and
There's words that you
sultan,
know, yeah.
right? So those are
There's-
mythos references to Asasoth and Yog-Sothoth. So I know this, but what does Eric know, right? Nothing?
I would say if you don't have any mythos knowledge whatsoever, you
Hmm.
know that these are words that Quantum will use. That they're things that they will tell you are important. These are things to look out for.
Right.
They don't necessarily explain what the hell those things mean.
Okay. Okay, that's good enough. But at least we know those keywords, right?
Yeah.
So I can tell Pete, cross-reference, Sultan, eyeless, man, and key and gate with the Quantum database. See if they pop up any recommendations or warnings or anything we should be aware of.
So he takes out his magic keyboard and his iPad Pro, 13-inch, and types in, and it's one of those things where it says, search has brought back 72,597 results.
Okay.
Would you like to filter?
No, I'm wondering if there's like a Quantum database, right? Because you said that Quantum does tell us to be on the lookout for those, right? Now, I don't mean Google that because you'll get the
Right, but he's on the Quantum.
Right.
He's on the Quantum database.
Oh, so
it's kind of like
yeah,
it's kind of like going on Amazon and typing in like tape.
tape. Okay, got it.
And
got it.
it's 57,000 results.
Right. Okay.
Or pen or something like that. So he's just like, where do
Right.
I start? And
Okay.
the Quantum, like there are like little red lights that will go on, or little warning, like yellow lights or red lights, and like there's like all these lights like flashing.
Well, we're all
Yeah.
definitely on the trail of something. I don't know what it is, but
Hey, Peter, my dude. Try cross-checking, or let's look into Flat Spot Records, see if they've got any connections.
And he's typing in Flat Spot Records, and a whole bunch of bands are coming up. There's a few references in some song lyrics, but it's just like one thing will have key, or something will have something like Faceless will show up.
Oh no, I meant Flat Spot Records is as look up their
As a
executive
company,
committee,
yeah.
as a company, and to see
Okay.
who their connections are, that kind of
Right.
thing, and then see if we've got some kind of lead there, like where they're based out of.
They're actually based out of Baltimore.
Well, okay.
I think it's formed something like he's like, it's about 2004, depending on who you ask.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Do they have a headquarters?
yeah, they got a headquarters over here. There's a couple places you could go to here in Baltimore.
Mhm.
Hi, what do you?
Well, I'm just wondering if we've got anything in our database that cross references with anything they interact with. Maybe they're on a ley line. That seems to be a thing these days.
question.
Mm.
As
they-
is
Dabble with any other sub companies. Are they a subordinate company to a bigger company that we're involved, or that might interest us?
He's popping stuff up. It's like, yeah, so far it looked like they're fiercely independent. I mean, a couple guys formed it. It's just Che Figueroa, Ricky Singh. Doesn't look like they're really affiliated with anybody. They don't have any ley lines. They've got a whole bunch of bands. Look at all this merch. Look at these shirts. What the hell is Sailor Goon? And he pumps up this picture of like
Right.
Sailor Moon, but she's in this gangsta pose, like holding a gun.
Okay. What was the first name? Shay what?
Che Figueroa, CHE
Figueroa.
and FI. Yeah, Figueroa. Ricky Singh, that's Singh.
Uh-huh.
Those look like the co-owners of the company, but look at all these different bands they represent or sign or everything.
Mhm. Do they have a record on our database?
The patients we just interviewed mentioned both of them briefly
Yep.
in their
I
conversation.
talked about Shay and Figgy, or
Yeah,
well,
Ricky.
Ricky.
Oh, really? I mean, well, let's see. There's a couple spots where there might be a sort of kind of like third or fourth degrees of separation, like sort of cult involvement, but not really. They know people that know somebody that knows somebody. There's nothing where there's a big red flag coming up for their names. There's certainly enough of the people in this hardcore scene, fans, some band members, which may or may not have some kind of occult ties, but it's really kind of vague. Huh. There's this Tri-Y gang in this Middle East. Is that right? Middle East area, slum of Baltimore, which has some suspected occult. Maybe it's Macumba. I don't know. Some possible occult relationships, but nothing that's really substantiated. Kind of like one of those things like on the radar, but not really important because there's 57,000 cults in America. You know, but nothing's a big red flag. It's sort of like a warning or be aware of this. I've got nothing that's like popping up as a big red flag.
Well, we got a few options. I guess we can hit one of their shows. Or we could try and break into the main offices and dig around and see what we can find, although that's riskier. The police might get involved.
Do we want to break in, or do we want to go in and, you know, maybe we're an aspiring punk band. We
Maybe
just need a
we'll-
bassist.
Yeah, those are
You get a style
scares.
point. You get a
Those
style
are-
point. You guys
Those
will
are
start with three,
scares. Yeah.
but Jackson Ranch just gets a style point for how awesome that is on several levels.
Just an idea.
That's an option, right? Or
I thought Jose was frozen for a second. He's been so still.
No, I'm here.
it says figuring out how to solve this by shooting somebody.
Not
So
necessarily. I also have points in melee and brawl.
So we got options. We
I
got
have the
options.
complete
Yeah.
package.
Right, we got options. Is what you're saying. Yeah.
So you've got a major punk show with many of these bands 2 days from
Right.
now.
Right. So that's one option, right? Just go to the major punk show, see what we find. I think it was well, I don't know if there's anything else to be gained from cross checking like the keywords to the music of several of the bands, because that's where they show up, right? This is why they're singing them. So I don't know. So show or going to their office, either. See, the problem is, say we show up under a ruse, right? I think best you can expect, it's not a bad idea, but here's what I'm thinking. If we do that under a ruse, that's a scouting mission, right? So we know where the security cameras are, and get the layout of the place, and then we can come back at night and hit it with at least
100%.
with at least intel, right? We would have procured intel of the inside of the place. Yeah, that's a good idea. We could, we don't have a demo tape, but we could inquire, as to rates for recording or,
Mhm.
distribution, stuff like that. We could ask for a tour of the facilities. If we say that we want to, I don't know, rent a recording space, right? Like if they have a studio. I don't know if they mix the music right there, right? If they record the music right there, it sounds like they would. So
Mhm.
maybe we can say, we would like to inspect your recording rooms and, see about prices and see if we can rent it. And, under that pretense, do the reconnoitering, right? And then maybe if we feel like it's worth it, we could go back at night. Or just hit the show. But I don't know. It sounds like we probably should do the recon.
Yeah, I feel like knowing
Okay.
something, and we're gonna be sitting for 2 days anyway for that, waiting for that concert.
Right.
We might as well do some recon.
Okay. What are you going to wear?
Nobody's gonna buy. I'm a punk artist.
No, exactly. That's the problem. But we could represent somebody, right? We could be their agent, right? We got this act, in we got this act in Middletown, Connecticut, right? And
Uh-huh.
we
Eric Wayne gets 1 style point.
and we want to we're looking for publishing houses, right, to see, and maybe rent out a recording space so they can come in and record the music. All we have are some crude demo tapes, right? And we're just looking for the different recording studios and see if they can get, if we rent them out and if we can get them distributed through the record company, so we will be playing agents and not really
I like it. I think that
musicians,
gives us
right?
a better opportunity to not trip over our own words.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the 3 year going?
I guess I'm doing the talking, unless
Yes.
Jack is an expert liar.
Oh, I do have some experience. I do have some skill in the
It's con,
in con.
and I have a pitiful con score of 3,
Oh,
which is probably 3 more than Sam has. So it's exactly 3 more than Sam has.
yeah, my rating for con is 5.
Ooh,
Okay.
Jack
Yeah.
is doing the talking. That's what I'm talking about.
But I did
Yeah.
bring something along that neither of you two brought. Take it from my polo shirt. I brought the cool aviator glasses.
That's
Okay. That's a style point for Sam right there. That's
there
fine.
we go.
So fast forwarding to Flat Spot Records. It does not look fancy. It is in kind of like a bit of a rundown area of Baltimore. A lot of Baltimore's rundown. It's really kind of a city that's had some rough luck over the years. And you're greeted by a dude in Flat Spot Records once you've been kind of announced, and this guy introduces himself as Che, and it reeks of marijuana going into what might be his office.
Mhm.
He fires up. That is, it sits back in a chair and says, "Hey, man, so what brings you here, man? It's kind of a weird look for a band. That your shtick?"
Nah, man.
Smells like a logistics tent back in Afghanistan.
No, we're Jack.
What do you guys call
Yeah.
it? The Terminator?
No, we actually What band are we representing there?
We're representing Your
Fuck
Head
you,
Like
asshole.
Potato. It's a punk band out of Middletown.
Your head
Uh,
like
Connecticut.
potato.
Your Head
That's-
Like
that's-
Potato. Yeah,
That's another style point.
that's another.
Your,
I know.
your head like potato. And he's like
Yes.
right as dad. Is Ricky, get in there, man. I don't know what's up. These guys are whack. What? check out this band name, man. He's looking at this other, it's like your head like potato. And you can hear like down the hall, there's clearly some other band playing it, like
And
a
the music
god-awful
stops.
volume. You know, you can hear this other band playing, and so clearly they're recording some stuff there. At least somebody's practicing there. Your head like potato, man. What? You got me kind of.
Well, you know,
you got me kind of recording this, man. Your head like that doesn't. Can you just call him potato or something? That doesn't really. Spot, that doesn't really roll off the tongue.
Of course, it helps that the guy's stoned out of his brain, right?
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
you can see by your reaction how strong this band can be. You're just coming out of the gate. All your eyes are on it, right? You want to hear the band just by listening to the name, man. This is why we're here.
Yeah. It's testing well in these demographics, my man, and we just want to check out your facility and see if you guys are the right spot for us or for our guys.
Oh, so it's not you.
No, it's
For
not.
sure, man. No, usually bands deal with us direct, but man, that's okay. That's okay, man.
Well, we want to rent space,
like potato.
rent some recording space from you guys, and because we're figuring on investing on this band, right? So we're going to put some of our own money in it. But as I said, we're sort of shopping around for recording labels. Like show us what you got, man. We hear that you're hot here in Baltimore right now, that you got getting a lot of shows.
We are the shit, man. Yeah. Well, check out these guys. We'll check out this band that's recording here right now. They're called Tripe. Walks down the hall. Walks down the hall, and the band is like this really mismatched bunch of people. I mean, there's this young Asian woman with like purple hair, and she's screaming into this microphone, and there's this big, giant, enormous dude on guitar. The guitar looks like this little toy, like a ukulele, and he's churning out these like ridiculously powerful riffs through and it's deafening. Like once you get to that area. And the girls say, you might be screaming about injustice, or it's hard to say, or she
iceberg
might be,
lettuce. I'm not sure.
It's one of those. Yeah, it's one of those.
She's screaming like her legs being cut off, and there's this bald dude on the bass guitar. He's got these like freaking like Maori tattoos like all over his face and like that, and like scarification type stuff. And another young lady on drums, with like these dreadlocks, and she's just beating the hell out of these kids, and it's just cacophony.
So what
But are they any good?
For that kind of music, pretty good.
So what we're doing is we're assuming that Sam is checking out like the security.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
that what I'm gonna be looking for particularly is any type of security surveillance gear that shouldn't be in a dump like this. Like
Cameras,
state
alarms,
of the art security or surveillance.
state of the locks on the doors, stuff like that. Right?
It's not state of the art. I mean, it's appropriate security for a place that has a substantial amount of expensive equipment in it.
Okay.
But it's not psychotic over the top. You're not seeing anything that just looks, you're seeing basic stuff.
Yeah.
So
So
how good
like,
the security system
It's
is.
not like
it's hard to
bank level security or Fed level security, what I'm saying here.
No, probably not. It would be standard. Like it's not cheap. It's not, but it's, it's not out of line with having like clearly this place has a few $100,000 of equipment there.
Appropriate for the setting. Okay.
Yeah, it's appropriate for the setting, definitely. Would it be impossible to break into? No. But
correct.
They have a cleaning crew.
Do they have a cleaning crew?
Does the place look well kept, like well cleaned? Or does it look like shit?
It might get cleaned occasionally.
Okay.
So
It looks
Eric,
now. Let me like. It looks like it's cleaned because it was never cleaned. Based on the litter and stuff you see, it would look horrific, like a crack house. So it's clearly being cleaned on some regular basis,
Mhm.
but it's not it's not immaculate. You wouldn't take your family there to eat.
Okay.
so Eric has some larcenous background, right? So he's looking for ways in, locks that he
Windows.
can pick, right? So, even as I'm saying, man, I love this band. Like, look, the look is striking and the energy is there. And this is the type of company we're looking for, right?
So the music kind of stops, and the music is going drive, drive, and they're shouting the name of the band at one point. I'm not really sure why she's doing that. But
And at some point I asked for a bathroom, right? Like
right.
Take a
Down
look
all
at
that room. And yeah, you're seeing that it's possible. Once again, it's like kind of like, well, the place is alarmed, but like, could you break in? Yeah.
okay. Yeah, checking for windows and bathrooms, stuff like places where you could break in and stuff like that.
Window in the bathroom. There's a window in the bathroom. It's little. It's the same kind of thing with like the window in the back of the van.
Yeah.
You need like a really small child.
Mm. So yeah, so I guess we get a sense for the layout of the place. Is there any place they're not showing us? Right.
Doesn't look like you've seen the entire place. No.
So it does look like we've seen the entire place.
No, I mean, like there's certainly rooms you haven't seen.
Oh, okay.
You haven't seen the downstairs. You haven't seen like upstairs really. There's some that's like you've seen like a lot of the ground floor. Looks like you're not really sure like how much of this facility they own entirely, but it's you've seen a lot.
Right.
It's not huge.
Okay. And I'm assuming this is like in not the best part of town, right?
Not the best part of town, not the worst part of town, but yeah, it's not quite in the middle of like they say the Middle East ghetto or something like that. It's just
Right. Anything else, fellas, comes to mind?
How late do you guys work?
Oh man, depends on the hour, depends on how things are going, man. With the juice are really flowing, we could be here all night.
So no.
See that.
Depends.
It's a rough town. You guys have security here at night?
Oh yeah, we got some security. You gotta have security around here in Baltimore, man. Most places, if people don't mess with us, like we're the people, Why would you go after your own?
Right.
We're the downtrodden. We're the underlings, And the ones rising up and sticking it to the man.
So I talked to him about the show, the upcoming show, right? Where is the show? We heard it's in 2 days. Where is it at?
Oh yeah. Man, 2 days, man. It's gonna be tomorrow night.
Oh,
And
cool.
he's telling the location, and looks like it's like an old like abandoned warehouse, or not abandoned, but like not in use, because there's a large amount of Baltimore. Noticing that like is like just seems to be abandoned, like not like little pockets of it. Some parts of Baltimore are thriving, and parts of Baltimore you're going through parts of these areas, and like there's like, man, are any of these buildings occupied?
Right.
So like it's like a street like that. It's like really kind of eerie.
How many acts are going to play? Are these guys playing?
Oh, Tripe! Oh, hell yeah, Tripe's going to be there. And and he sends this flyer. Gives this flyer. There's something like 10 acts.
Oh wow, okay.
And he said we might put a couple more in there, man. It's like not like the songs are long.
And who handles like the concessions? Like, are you making money on food and drinks and other
Merch.
stuff?
Well, no, man, we're not raping the people. But yeah, we got food trucks there. We're selling drinks and everything like that. Other stuff. Somebody's gonna be selling reefer over there anyway. Man, it's practically legal now.
I know. I'm just saying, big company like this, I'm sure you can make a lot of on the side on just the consumables at this and
Well, everybody's
events
selling
such
merch.
like
Everybody's
this and
selling
the
merch,
merch,
man. You got to sell merch, yeah.
of course.
But yeah, you can't. But man, listen, we're not gonna be. We're selling merch. We're selling tickets. We can sell some booze. You don't mess with the Tri-Y. They do their own thing. You don't mess with any. They don't mess with any of those people over there. The Tri-Y want to do this business over there. Let them do business. Free country, free town.
That's right.
Anything else is getting sold. I got nothing to say about it.
We heard those are the guys who sort of run the area, right, where you're holding this concert. Yeah.
Yeah, you can say
God.
it's their turf. Yeah, I mean, hey man, where do you think we got our security, man? We got our own.
Oh, they provide. I was wondering. See, that's good. That means they're into the thing, so they like the music.
Mhm.
They're. Oh,
You don't think we're gonna rent
good.
cops, do you?
Well, one never knows. There's,
And listen,
there's-
man, I'd
there's-
rather punch a cop than punch that clock. You know what I'm saying?
I know, but it's there's rent-a-cops all over the place, but this is better, right? Because
Yeah.
you're just buying protection from.
I think
whoever
Jose just
runs-
had an aneurysm.
No, Sam's trying to follow the guy said.
Yeah.
So, so if they're providing security, then, they run the area anyway. Security should be nice and tight. That's great. That's great.
Should be good. Should be good, man. We're gonna see you there, right? Get your guys down here.
For
Get them on
sure.
a plane. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Yeah.
You can tell by this time Che has really had a lot of marijuana. He's very friendly.
So
He has not stopped smoking the entire time.
Right.
Oh, wow.
So, thanks. Yeah, we'll talk later for sure. Let's talk to our people, see how they feel about it, maybe bring them out to the show. And,
Are you making the hand sign? You're making the.
of course I'm doing that.
All right, that's another style point. You just doing that. That's awesome. All right.
So yeah, so that's it, man. I'm out of ideas.
Yeah.
Okay. So do we want to stop here and
Yeah, I think we
Okay.
should.
Yeah, I think this is a good stopping.
do you
point.
have? But what is your plan going to be now that we've?
Yeah. Are we gonna try and break in here tomorrow? I don't get the sense that it's coming from here.
No, but I think it might have something to do with Tri-Y.
Right.
So
Right.
we might want to come back just to scout out Tri-Y. Because they're the
Right.
security company here, or the security company.
Right.
They were security at this place.
Right. But what are we gonna, what's the plan then?
Hmm.
How are we planning on interacting with these people, right? Is the idea to kidnap one of them? Is the idea to, because if they're working security, they're just gonna be like, go away. Right?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
We could also have Peter check into this Tri-Y.
Yes, for
See what we
sure.
can find out.
For sure. That's definitely something we're
And,
gonna
and
do.
during the day, we should swing by the warehouse where they're gonna play.
Oh, that's good too.
Yep.
Good
Yeah,
idea.
but I don't think we're breaking into the record company anymore, right?
Yeah, I don't think I
Yeah.
don't think we need to.
And just do research on the gang. Do again reconnaissance of the warehouse, and Yeah, we'll play by ear. We might even be able to plant stuff like guns and things inside, right? If we go beforehand.
Ooh, and you can do the John Wick thing. There you go.
John Wick or
We gotta
Michael
get our eyes on-
Corleone if you go old
Yeah,
school,
right.
but you know,
we gotta get our eyes on that warehouse so we can plan how we're gonna go in.
right. So I think it's all that prep work, possibly leave a cache of weapons inside, and I guess we're dealing with the concert next, right? Because I don't think we go straight to the to the gang. There's just three of us, right? So I don't know.
No, I like it.
All right, I just wanted to have you guys have a plan before we
Right.
come back here in a couple of
Mhm.
weeks. And
Right,
it looks like the 2nd is no good for some reason, and the 9th is no good.
Right, I have to go
Jose
give
has-
talks both those evenings.
Yeah.
over
Jose's a
Manhattan
big
Lake.
muckety muck, whatever.
You know, they actually wanted me to give another one on the 16th, again in Ponce, and I said, no.
No, I
Forget
have
it.
my pretending with math rocks. Thank you very much.
Listen, man, we gotta go sign your head like potato.
Yeah.
Head like potato. That's right.
That's the comment that keeps on giving. All right, cool. Then we'll see you guys in a couple of weeks. We'll do that.
All right, thanks for running this out.
Excellent.
No problem. No
Yes,
problem.
thank
Sorry.
you.
Sorry. The pace was a little slow.
No, no,
That's
no,
Thought it
okay.
might,
no, no.
It's,
Good-
we
good
started
pace.
really fast.
We started
Yeah.
really fast.
Yeah, we started with
And-
a bang.
I
my
like that,
guess-
that this shows that you can do the high action scenes in Ubiquity. I think this
Yeah.
was proof of
Oh, yeah.
principle.
My guess is next session there'll be a bang. just saying,
Just calling it a hunch.
just kind of a hunch, unless you guys decide you want to hang around like convenience stores, and even then it's like it's a ghetto area of Baltimore, so that might be a problem.
Hey,
Gotcha.
that's why Sam's here, right?
Right, exactly.
Think.
Exactly. All right. Well, cool.
All right.
Excellent.
See you guys in a couple of weeks.
All right.
And, I'm just really disappointed that Sam did not get shot off the van. He was able to hold on. There was a couple of times like, man, there's no way he could be
I'm
holding
really
on.
glad that didn't happen.
Yeah, I'm really, I came really close to there being a problem with that thing rolling around the van too.
I'm just
Yeah,
glad
that was
I
awesome.
didn't knock him off the van with my driving. So that's
Yeah.
always good.
And I was wondering if you're going to take the bait and try to go through that farm, which would have been horrible.
Yeah, that was
That was just complete bait,
Yeah,
Jose
it
was like,
felt baity.
Jose
Well-
was definitely with but it was, hey, it was
Well,
awesome.
my plan was if he
You
did that, I
sir,
was actually
master.
gonna jump off.
That would be a good plan. That'd be a
And
good plan.
engage the guys just in a regular firefight.
That'd be a good plan. All righty.
All right.
I'll talk to you guys soon.
Yep.
Yeah.
Take care,
care.
gents.
Bye.
Thank you.
Stop the broadcast. All right, cool.
Later, y'all. Be safe. Be
Yeah,
well.
you too. Take care. Good night.